The day I found my long-lost twin. This is one of those stories that makes you believe in soulmates. I never knew my biological parents. I was adopted shortly after birth. So, all my life Ivy always wanted to know what it would feel like to be reunited with my birth mother or father. Because I had no idea what they look like, I didn't have much hope. I mean, how likely is it that we'd meet by chance? But then it happened. And the universe even gave me a sign, too. It was one of those unbearably hot summer days here in Taiwan where you just want to stay indoors, preferably naked, but with air conditioning. I went to a clinic near my house and told the nurse that I wanted to find out my blood type. She took my hand and pricked my finger. "It's B," she said. Her name is Huang and her nickname is Maimei. I don't know what her real name is. I searched for her on social media, but I couldn't find her. He asked me why I had gotten a DNA test. I told him that I had no idea what my blood type was and that I was trying to find out who my biological parents were. They welcomed me with open arms. We talked for hours. They told me that they had no idea I existed and that they had given up on ever finding me. He had simply said he wanted to know if I was my parents' child. We might not have grown up together, but we had the same heart. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. Thanks for watching. See you next time. The fact that we both have the same smile means that we're not only connected by blood, but also by laughter and joy. I'm glad that I took the leap of faith and reached out to him. Now we're working on reuniting our whole family. I realize now that he must have been hoping for a positive result. At that moment, I was grateful for the photo frame. If it weren't for it, I might never have found my biological family. Apparently, they had gone to the orphanage to look for me when I was 18, but I wasn't there anymore. They had put up a search poster with my picture on it, but I guess it wasn't widely distributed. If they had only posted it online, we might have found each other earlier. That's when I realized that he was the one who had sent me the DNA test results, and not the other way around. I apologized and explained that I had seen his parents' photos and felt compelled to find out more. I showed him the photos I had and he confirmed that they were his parents. He also admitted that he had hoped I would contact him. Since the only way to contact him was through the messaging app, I decided to visit his house. I wrote down his address and headed out. He kept looking at the floor and playing with his fingers. I tried my best to make conversation, but it was awkward. I thought maybe I had made a mistake by showing up unannounced. Before I left, I asked him if he'd be willing to meet up with me again. He agreed. When I got home, I checked if my parents knew their blood types, but they didn't. As I approached the building, I wondered if he'd be happy to see me or angry because I had invaded his privacy. I knocked on the door and waited. Then I heard footsteps inside. The door opened a crack and a guy peeked through it. Was that him? I asked, "Hello, are you a Ming?" He nodded slowly. I could barely recognize him because he had a full beard and his hair was longer than in the pictures. I explained that I had found his parents' photo frame online and that we had matched on a DNA test. He invited me in. So I was actually no closer to finding out if this couple was my biological parents or not. Since there was no other way to find my blood type, I had to go back to the clinic. This time I asked the nurse if there was another way to check my blood type. She took a strand of my hair and put it under a microscope. "You have type B blood," she confirmed. I was browsing online marketplaces when I saw a second-hand item that caught my eye. The test results showed that I had type B blood. When I shared the news with my friends, they told me to contact the seller from the marketplace. I hesitated at first, but I knew that I wouldn't have any answers if I didn't try. I reached out to him and asked, "Can I ask you for another favor?" He replied, "Of course." "What is it?" I sent him a picture of my DNA test results and asked if he could get a DNA test, too. He replied almost immediately, saying that he already had a DNA test done because he suspected that the woman in the photo might be his biological mother. His grandparents had adopted him. He also sent me a picture of the test results. Sure enough, our DNA matches. We're really related. Even though the picture was taken at least 30 years ago, the facial features are so strong and unforgettable that I can still see myself in them. The girl's smile and eyes are the exact same as mine. And when I look at her hair, the way it curls at the end and the slight wave in it, I'm reminded of my own hair, which I hadn't noticed until I chopped it into a bob. My friend said I should contact the seller and ask if he has any more pictures or knows anything about the couple in the photos. So I did. It was an old photo frame with a couple in their 20s. They were identical twins. The guy had this sly smile and beautiful almond eyes. The girl had the same smile and eyes, but she had her arm around the guy's shoulder, making him lean towards her. I felt a sudden urge to buy it. Maybe because I love twin stories, or maybe it was something else. I couldn't put my finger on it. So I paid for it. When the photo arrived, I realized why I had to buy it. The reply I got was, I found these in my attic. These twins are my parents. They divorced when I was very young. I don't have any other pictures. He sent me to more pictures of his parents. In the first one, both of them were smiling and facing the camera. And in the second one, they were giving each other a fierce glare. I don't think this picture was taken after the divorce because it looks like they were arguing before taking the photo. But who knows? After seeing those pictures, I thought it was unlikely that I was related to them. Why would they have another baby after getting divorced? I still couldn't let go of the feeling that something was pulling me towards them. So I decided to get a DNA test. First, I needed to find out my blood type. Now that I knew my blood type, I could order a DNA test kit online. After confirming our family relationship, I finally had a name and a face to put to my biological mother. His house was in an old apartment complex. The walls were peeling and covered in graffiti. When he learned that I was his sister, he was very surprised. When we started talking, I could feel that he was holding back. He didn't say much. A few days later, we met up with his parents. It was like meeting my own parents for the first time. When we first talked, I had asked Amy why he had included me in his DNA test results. After meeting my long-lost twin, I understood what it meant to be connected by blood. If you enjoyed this heartwarming story, please give it a thumbs up.